Welcome, Aries, Taurus, to your end of the month reading. Hope you guys are doing great out there. If you guys like this, hit that big old like button. What a month we've had. Oh my gosh, the energy is spectacularly strong. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Ooh, manipulation. Ooh, but it's coming out kind of sideways, so it's kind of interesting. I don't know if we can have them sideways, but we'll use it kind of to that point. But let's go ahead and pull it right side up. Manipulative, using tactics and strategies to influence or control others for personal gain. So being that it came out sideways, though, it's literally saying, ooh, I kind of feel like someone's trying to be manipulative, but it's not working. Yeah, because it's sideways. It's kind of like it's in the air. I can feel what you're trying to do, but it ain't working. Oh, so somebody is definitely, but you have this beautiful, which is kind of like a page of cups coming in, which is going to, yeah, going to bring in some kind of blessing. We know that because we see the rainbow as well. But somebody is definitely trying to use some manipulative tactics with you. Resisting change. They don't want to change. Okay. Let's see why. I actually want to grab a couple cards over here because I want to know why they're not going to change. So they're being a little manipulative. They don't really want to change. It looks like you're going through a shift. You want things to change, but they're resisting change. It says uncertainty is about the future, requires you to adapt to new ways of doing things. And they don't want to do that. So they're trying to manipulate the way out of that situation. So you may be having a stumbling block with them, but they don't want to change anything. But it does, it's crazy because this is a card that says, well, I'm growing and I need you to grow with me. Right? Or I want you to grow up. Yeah, it resonates, right? But let's look over here and see what's going on. So this person you have, yeah, they're playing it small. They have lack of planning and they keep making unexpected delays. They keep messing this up. They make too many obstacles instead of changing the direction. So yeah, they don't want to change. So they're making everything unhappy, okay? They're making your life unhappy. I don't think they're happy, but yet they don't want to change. The manipulation is coming from using the past as their weapon. Yeah, it's a weapon. If you know that you're supposed to change and I don't like what's going on within this relationship, we need to change things, we need to have a family talk, we need to do this or that, but they're unwilling to help within this situation, but yet they use nostalgic old memories as their fuel to, it's a weapon. Because they could say, well, you know, instead of talking about the change and stuff like, hey, remember when we, yeah, but those were good times. It sucks now. But that's the part of the manipulation. That's also trying to keep you under their thumb, though, too. Okay? So they're weaponizing it. I'm sorry, that's exactly what it is. Because when you weaponize and you bring up memories and you bring up good times and you bring up things, it changes the energy. That is a part of emotion, what we call emotional, that's called emotional manipulation. That way they feel like they still win. Because once they get you into this place of thinking about all the good times that you used to have, all the awesome things that are going on, it kind of changes the mood, it changes the vibration, and then it changes what's really going on around you at this time. Right? Because now you're laughing and you're talking about old things, and then it kind of changes the mood and then puts you over here. So it is definitely a mental power play, a mental emotional power play on that side. So that, yes, you could say that this is mental, emotional manipulation. Okay. And this is how they keep from not having to change, right? Instead of talking about all the problems we have today that you want me to change on, you want me to get a job. Hey, remember that time? Then all of a sudden that job and that whole conversation is gone. Because now you guys can sit around and, talk about yesterday, maybe for hours, who knows, right? But it changed everything. And then you'll come back to it and you'll be like, yeah, but, even though we were talking about that earlier, I wanted to really get back to this. And they'll be like, yeah. And then they could ignore you or bring up the past again. So this is going to be a time for you to have some self-reflection, because there's a lot of indecisiveness going on within this situation. It says looking inward helps you see what to improve and make better choices. And that's going to be those better choices of how I'm going to move towards you when you keep manipulating me. How am I going to get out of this? Right? Because if I make and the indecisiveness can also be the fear of making the wrong choice, saying the wrong thing to them. But yet Spirit is saying it's time to trust your instincts and bring forth that clarity. Even if they're going to allow you to manipulate you into the past, don't let that set you off. Try to keep that in your mind. Hey, wait a minute. That's great and all. I mean, that's freaking wonderful that we're talking about, 5 years ago when we went out to do this and that roller coaster and this. But really, seriously, I need to get back to where we're talking about today. But when you have a narcissist or somebody who's very, very good at manipulating, they literally can take you from one spot to the other spot and then kind of walk away. And then you're kind of just, you know what I'm saying? Raising that vibration in different ways, slower pace. Yeah, make sure that you're taking slower paces when you're going to talk to them. This can also stop the manipulation from being, if you're going at them really fast, that could be where that manipulation comes towards them. And so they feel like they have to defend themselves. And by defending themselves, this means that they get themselves into this place of where now they have to feel like that everything's a challenge and that they have to bring something back out. And most of it is manipulation. So you want to change that. Don't come at them fast and furious. Make it slow and comfortable. You can even intertwine it to this conversation. Yeah, but that was when we also made a lot of money. If you got a job, we could make more money. Video games are cool, but you could do it on your days off, right? I don't know. There's something about going at it at a slower pace, because it looks like they're going to be the ones that are always going to try to be in control of the situation. Absolutely. Okay, so let's see. Yep, taking the reins back. So putting yourself back in control of where the control needs to be. Once they see that you're in complete leadership mode, but yet not really coming at them strong, even though you're strong. It's different because it's like the Emperor is here and he's strong. But I just feel like the difference is the way you're racing and talking versus the way you're disciplined, grounded, and firm. Right? So they know you're in control. They know that they're not going to be able to just, talk out of turn or make, let's go back into 1975 or, whatever, right? It's like, remember when we were together as kids? And it's like, yeah, I do, but that has nothing to do with today. Okay? Let's stay in the present here. Okay? So many people want to go back into the past to make their statements. Yesterday has nothing to do with today. We need to build on the foundations of today. Okay, because you build your foundations for tomorrow in the present, not from yesterday. So, yeah, this is where you're going to feel really structured, and you might even be coming up with new rules, okay, for some of you. And these rules are the way you're going to be respected, the way you're taking your power, the way you're going to have your self-worth, and really speaking it and really getting in there, but being very cool-headed because you are the King of Cups. So you're very grounded, very cool, very calm. Because it does look like they like to exploit things, and they're always in defensive mode, and they're always up for the challenge, and here, let me throw this, that. That's all a part of that emotional and mental manipulation. Like I said, and I think that it's sideways because it's like now you're really getting it. It came out sideways in the beginning because it's like, oh, now I get it. Every time I come at you for this, you're trying to manipulate me, but you're not going to get through it. That's why it was sideways. Yes, getting back to where the love is, back to that union. You're going to see that they're actually going to start changing. You're going to start to see as you're building this different kind of strength that they're going to build up this different kind of strength. Okay. I do feel like this could be more of at work or a family member. Okay. It doesn't have to be, right? It could be a friend, but it just feels like it's more a family member or at work. So let's see what the overall outcome is to the situation. You're still going to feel like they have some kind of hidden agenda or some kind of secret. I feel like you're going to get in there and do what you're going to say, and you're also going to withdraw, and they're going to feel your silence. Look, because you put your foot down, this is the way it's going to be, right? It does look like you guys are having this more passionate understanding of a conversation, but then it's like you withdraw. You pull your energy back. No more talking. And this is because now they're going to see you as very confident, very focused. So every time they're going to try to manipulate you, they're going to pull back as well. Yep, that's it. That's it. Because they're going to realize that with this manipulation and this way that they're doing something, it's not going to complete anything. They're realizing that was some kind of shortcut for their own harmony, for their own, right? And this is not going to happen. Nope, that's it. So now they're going to come to you with the Ace of Pentacles. They know that you're not standing for it no more. So now they have to come up with a clever way. So now they're going to be shifting. So not only are you shifting, they're now shifting as well. And so now you're going to see them come up with a more solid plan, with a more solid, instead of manipulation, they're going to be more solid with you. That's what you wanted. Can we just be solid together? I don't need this manipulation shit. So now you're going to feel like they're going to come to you with something. Yep, there it is, the Ace of Wands and an apology. They want to recreate this. They want to have this growth with you. As soon as you pull yourself out of this situation, boy, it's like you speak your truth, you get firm with the situation, they're like, okay, and you feel like you're more connected, but then you pull yourself away for your own, and they see you sitting over there, not talking, not doing, not being bothered by their bullshit. Now all of a sudden they want to come back and they're like, hey, you want to go get coffee? But it's like the real deal. Because they realize that you're not going to play their games anymore. Because you figured out their game. And it's not that and it wasn't that you didn't know it before. It just means that I see it more solid. Now I see it more solid the way you're doing things than I had before. I got it before. I know you were manipulating me. I knew that shit. But now, see, you're catching them in the act. And they're saying, oh, okay. So now they're looking out and they're reassessing how they're going to deal with you. They're having this sudden awareness, oh, they're not going to play that game with me. Oh, hell no. So they're realigning themselves, but it's making them a little impatient. It's kind of working on them because they don't know how, in some ways they don't know how to act to you because there's all this, they feel this energy, this shift that you just shifted into. I'm not putting up with BS anymore. I've had enough. So they don't know how to express themselves as much as, right, coming with this new opportunity. So they want to show you all this love, all this genuine. Now they're trying to be more genuine with you. And they're hoping that you guys will find this harmony and this success together. For some of you, it could even be trying to keep a marriage alive. There's that family, though. Keeping a marriage alive. They don't want that divorce. So they might be trying to work things out with you, build it up. They don't want a divorce from you. They don't want this separation. They don't want this divorce. So they might be trying to reset. It's like they're resetting the whole program. because they're realizing it's not working. So they are actually transforming, and the way that they're doing things is transforming and shifting, because they're realizing you guys could be dealing with a Libra, but they are also realizing what they're doing is not going to work, or a Scorpio. Could be anybody. But I will tell you one thing. The old way is the dead way, but they're waking up to realize it's dead. It's not going to work on you anymore. It's like, is that going to keep you in a relationship? Is that going to keep you there? Is it going to, that's going to be different for everybody. I'm not going to go there, but I will tell you one thing. That's what you have on your plate, right? Is whether or not you want to stay in this relationship or or still going to continue to leave the relationship, or now, whatever. Everybody, like I said, everybody's story is going to be a little bit different, what you're going to do. We're not going to sit here forever and go through all those. We'll be here all day. But I will tell you one thing. It is making you think. Because at least now you can feel like you have that communication. Like I said, you feels like you have more harmony, more peace with that communication. So, you know what I'm saying? Instead of them always being in defensive mode. Okay, so let's get an angel card. At least now it feels like you can have a more stable conversation would be nice. Yeah, within the next few weeks, you're going to see a lot of differences and stuff too. So you can, trust within the situation. Like I said, whether or not what you're staying or going or what you're doing, it's going to be different for everyone. But it definitely feels like within the next few weeks, you do have that trust, that at least you can trust that when you come towards talking to them, that they're not going to, try to be this manipulator or do this and that, right? So it just feels like it's like I can trust that we can actually talk like human beings. That would be nice. Okay, guys, until next time. And if you guys like this, hit that big old like button. And if you keep finding yourself coming back to my channel, or you really like this, hit that big subscribe button. Okay, until next time, my friends. Peace and love. Bye-bye.